Man, I came up in here fair and square. I went to the back roads, the residential neighborhood. The GPS led me here. I got confused. Every time I come to New Jersey, I mess up every once in a while. I mess up, like, you know, I don't mess up all the time, but every once in a while I mess up because, I don't understand what the GPS is telling me to do. The thing is, the GPS have a lot, New Jersey. New Jersey got the worst roads, man. Nah, it's like compared to Pennsylvania or anywhere else, it seemed like I handle every inch of the east side that good. All the way up to Massachusetts, New Hampshire, even New York City, Manhattan. But on the other truck, the old Volvo, I actually went through darkness. I went through the beams, the steel beams that hold up the bridge. I actually snake right between it. I'm talking about this GPS. It told me to do all of that. I went through there without touching anything. But man, I got lost this time. I had to bust a U-turn. Not a U-turn. I had to bust a couple of turns to turn around in the same direction, in the other direction. And I did get here. I got here pretty okay. It's just that I had to squeeze into the residential area where the cars are at, where the houses are. And I flew through there pretty fast. I was waiting for this car to move out of the way. And it didn't. So this other car was waiting for me to move. So I just hurried up and bust a move because they didn't know what I was doing. That car driver was sitting there. This was like on one of them streets, them avenues. So I just bust a wide turn and came straight up nose to nose with that car driver sitting there. And that's when they put it in reverse, and I just jackknife and hurried up and haul ass. I was like driving like a day cab truck driver, man. I drive this bitch right here like a day cab. And I'll tell you what Abilene had to say about that. What I said to him. I came up in here pretty easy, but also complicated. Nah, I got misled by the GPS. I couldn't tell which way it was telling me to turn, so I random select something. But I got up in here pretty fast. It's just that I did some unnecessary turns in the neighborhoods. It didn't take me long to get out. I was waiting on this car to move out of the way, but it didn't, so I just execute my move. I swung nice and wide pretty fast, stop, reverse, stop, and then get out of there. I'm out of there in seconds. You see, I drive like a day cab truck driver. I'm a professional. I don't care what anybody wants to say. I'll prove it to your ass. I got business to show. I got balls to show. I'll show it to you. Watch me. You don't know nothing about me. 20 years experience ain't got shit to do with it. They got stupid bitches that say I've been driving for 30 years. Nah, they can't drive a truck. I know that. They can't fix it. They can't drive it. I can. I'm the one that got the stones. I got the balls. I've been proving it. I had trainers from FFE that brag and talk about the way I drive. And I had my brother saying that. And even one time when I came to Western Express, the first time when I was on probation in 2018, I think. No, was it? Yeah, 18. One of the driving instructors saw me. I knew this driving instructor from Western Express was pretty cool. He was sitting next to me in this old Freightliner, this 2017 Freightliner. It was one of them trainee trucks. And when he saw me busting this move, trying to pass this other truck on this residential neighborhood, and then came back in front of it, and then I hit the stop sign, he said which truck company he used to drive for. You see, he wasn't asking me because he was complaining. I already knew his attitude. I know his personality. The way he showed it, he didn't care. He was like in a good mood. He was like cutting jokes and all that. So I just bust a move. I tried not to piss off that other truck driver, and everything went smooth. Nobody hit nothing. I was in a driving test. I went to the driving test before orientation, and I passed. I haven't even touched a truck in maybe 4 years since I've been on probation a couple of years ago. I haven't touched a truck in 4 years. I've been sitting at home getting still, and I just execute my move like that. I didn't think I had it, I thought I was gonna fail the driving test. I was driving like a flexible day cab, man. And that's the reason why that driving instructor asked me, which trucking company you used to drive for? He trying to figure me out, because he never seen no truck driver drive that good. But anyways, let me get back to this. It was a pain in the ass with this customer right here. I never been here before. This is another new one. Stratz Foods, Van Brunt, Englewood, New Jersey. Well, when I first came here, the GPS told me that I arrived, but the thing is, all of these trailers right here was behind that fence. That's a body shop right there for the cars. Behind the fence, right. I had to stop right before the stoplight. I had to stop right in front of the body shop and then walk and run all the way up here. And then when I reached right about there, that's when I saw Strat Foods. You see, I didn't want to dive in here yet. I did see the yard full of trailers, and I figured that's where it is. But since I wasn't sure, I didn't feel like messing myself up diving on somebody's property. So I left the truck out on the street with the emergency flashes, and then I came running in here, and then it was right in my face. Strat Foods, okay, so I got it. So now I run out back to the truck, and then I dive back in, and I stopped by the construction cones. And I went in there, and nobody didn't say nothing to me. I didn't realize that was Abilene Express. I thought that was a shipper. That was actually an Abilene truck driver. So I'm here pulling on the door and nobody ain't talking. So I can't figure how he get in there. So I'm getting lost and confused. Never been here before. So I came out. I got kind of pissed off. I said, "Yo, man, how you get in there?" No, I mean, people just standing up there looking at me. And then this guy couldn't speak good English. I couldn't understand him. So I'm getting runarounds trying to get in the door. I'm trying to check in. The sign says check in first before you go in the door. So I didn't see no papers to check right there. You see how fucked up this is? Excuse my language. New Jersey, I don't like coming to New Jersey. There's a lot of things about New Jersey I hate. Let me finish this side first. I came up in there and the sign says check in before you enter. I didn't see any notepads to write on. There was nothing in sight. So I had to feel my way out, run around asking. And then all of a sudden I came back out again. And that's when one of them guys that was standing up here said that you got to wait for the security guard to come back. Now when he comes back and I get in, when I get in and then all of a sudden I see the notepads where you should check in. You see they got the check-in pad on the inside instead of the outside. And the sign says check in first. Yeah, this place is pretty fucked up. They got the check-in pad on the inside. Check in first. I guess what they're trying to say is that the security guard has to be there to let you in and then you check in. I mean, something didn't make any sense. It started catching up to me now, but it didn't make any sense. But anyways, I had a lot of runarounds when I came up in here. Every time I come to New Jersey, I would run into that. Everywhere else on the east side of the U.S., I had it easy. If I'm ever new to a place, all I got to do is ask questions once and it's done. I never ran into a problem where I'll be getting runarounds. When I know I'm at the right customer and I'm getting runarounds, nah, it's like, it happens in New Jersey. It's like they don't speak English or something. I don't know. Maybe they're not organized. I don't know what it is. But anyways, I went in and I checked him, but with a security guard. Security guard couldn't understand me. So I had to write down my name, cell phone number, and name of the company. So I gave him all that three, plus I had to show him my driver's license. He couldn't understand me anyway. So anyway, um, that dude in the orange vest was the yard jockey. I didn't know who he was. So he told me to go back and drop the trailer right in the driveway so he can grab it and pick it up. So that's when everything started getting caught up to me. So he told me to pull up in front of this dumpster and wait on him to come out or call me on the cell phone. The thing is, man, New Jersey has a lot of serious, savage traffic and attitude. But I muscle my way right through here anyways. Like I said, I went into the residential area where the houses and cars are. No trucks didn't belong to there, but I snaked right through there pretty quick. I'm squeezing between cars next to them, and I still fly right through them almost high speed. And then I got to dive into a oncoming stop and go traffic, and I finally jumped right in front of him, and I came out here without no accident. I know, I just dive right through it without no fear. All right, let me get to the last part. That Abilene truck driver pretty stupid. He ain't smart enough. He ain't good enough. When I was going back to this truck over there in the driveway, he's asking me how did I get in here? I said I came in from that side. I'm trying to figure him out. He sounds kind of crazy. He sounds stupid. And then he starts saying I don't know, I forgot what he said, but he asked me how I got in here, and I said I followed my GPS. I followed my cell phone. And then he said, that's bad. You ain't supposed to use that. You ain't supposed to do that. I said, I did it anyways. And I did it. And then I started saying, I'm a badass truck driver. That's why. I drive like a fucking day cab truck driver. I'm fearless. I don't run over curves and bumps unless if I necessarily have to, because even though you shouldn't be using a car GPS, this piece of shit right here, I wasted my money on it. I tried updating it. I hooked it up to a desktop. I got somebody to hook it up to a desktop computer to update it. It only lasts for a short while and it's done. So you know what? I gave up on it. I'm not using that truck GPS no more. I'm not using any truck GPS because I'm thinking you gotta update that thing, and it's hard to do. It's not easy. You gotta it's not compatible with certain computers and all kinds of crap. I'm not good at updating it, so I scratch it out. I'm using my car GPS on my cell phone all the time. I've been doing that for 9 months, about a year now. So I didn't run into no bridges. I never touched roof. I hardly ever touch a sidewalk at all. It's like if I ever get close to a sidewalk, I either rub it or I'm 1 or 2 inches close to it, or maybe 5 to 6 inches close to it. Just about almost 100%, I never touch a curve. Once in a while, if I'm in a tight situation and I see X amount of cars, I usually look first. I scan the area like a Terminator. I scan the area and I look down the street on both sides and see which way I'm going to go. If it doesn't look right, I don't mess with it. If I see some kind of notch, even if it doesn't look too good, then when I'm about to try the other move, then I say, wait a minute, those cars are getting ready to move. Then I just execute my move and get it out of the way. I don't know what's waiting for me down the road, but according to what I see with my eyes, when I see cars on both sides, but it's not so crowded, I just muscle my way straight through there pretty quick. And whenever I see what's on the other side, I decide what I want to do. And I get it done all the time. I know I don't make mistakes. If I run into a bad situation, I come out of it. I ain't got no problem. I know that dumb bitch in the background, I can't stand his ass. I don't like that motherfucker. Excuse my language. I gotta cuss, because I can't make a point. I can't tell if anybody's taking me seriously when I get, concerned. Nah, I know that Van Buren. That bitch keep on complaining about me. Why are you so angry? No, don't talk to me like you're stupid. I'm not your type. The reason why I sound so aggressive is because I'm a serious son of a bitch. I like calling myself that. Y'all don't know me, really. Y'all don't know me. No, you don't. You don't know how I drive. You don't know how good I am. No, you don't. You gotta see it. You gotta see it for yourself. You gotta see it from the outside of the truck. I'm the same dude that got stuck in that what do you call it? Pompano Beach Freightliner. You remember? You remember when I slapped them video games of Skyrim just to keep y'all entertained a little bit? Because I got stuck a month and a half with no job. I mean, not no job, no truck to drive. So I kept myself busy doing something in between instead of going to waste. But I wasn't just on the computer playing games. I was actually hunting down on my bank account, hunting down a credit card. I was doing all kinds of business activities. I mean, everything else. I was trying to dive on websites on how to get the truck, how to understand why the truck is in that problem. I did all kinds of other activities, man. I did everything, but I was trying to see if I could get that truck out of the shop fast. It didn't really work. I tried to struggle and fight against Freightliner. It still didn't work. Plus, I had to struggle to get my DOT card back. I mean, I had to struggle with my kidney issue, to get the blood work results so I can prove to the what do you call it, the intake clinic. I had to prove to the intake clinic that my kidneys are okay so they could give me a full DOT card. So you know what? My service provider or my medical provider failed me. They were giving me runarounds again. You remember that part when I shot that video and I said I paid $350 for a primary care doctor so I could get the blood work? And they messed with me. They started messing with my head and pissing me off. I said, okay then. All right, bitch, have it your way. Click, hang the phone up, dive into my mom's car, and I did 200 miles just to get fax papers. I'm saying it again the second time. 200 miles just to get fax papers. Instead of, you know what? They said that they faxed it to me, but they didn't get it. You see, they talk so much shit and they lie so much. So you know what I had to do? Get up off my ass, drive my mom's car up to Stone Mountain, Georgia. I did 200 miles north and then 200 miles back in my mom's car. And you know what? I did get it. And then when I got it, I got my DOT card. But my truck was still in the shop. So I guess after I got it, it still wasn't ready yet. And then after that, I got terminated. Or they said that I got fired. I don't know. So that's when my DM said that I was in peace status too long. I actually got the DOT card on time, but I didn't turn it in to the company's system on time for them to see it. They thought I must have quit. They must have terminated. But anyways, my DM actually reinstated me, plus he reseated me back to the truck. I was actually pulled away from the truck as in unemployed. And then I got reseated back to the same truck that I'm lease purchasing. So they did not cut off my payments for the truck. It stayed the same. Except that $132,000 where it started from the beginning. It's saying current balance 101 and then previous balance 111. Well, it's supposed to say 132, but it's not because I got pulled away from the truck and I was considered terminated. It's like I started over again, but I didn't. So, anyways, never mind that part. It's confusing. But the thing is, man, when I came here the first time, I said, boy, truck driving ain't easy, man, like it used to. It's like every time I come into certain places, I'm running into impossible things. And when I'm up against it, I fight my way out of it. I don't be holding up traffic for like minutes, man. No. I get it done within a minute, maybe a minute and a half, and sometimes a few seconds, and that's it. I don't be diving out my truck looking behind me to see what's behind me. Nah, I'm good with this shit, man. I stay in the truck seated all the time because I don't have to get out and look. I'm that good. I could get out of any situation. Yeah, you might as well say that. I ain't bragging either. I'm telling you the fucking truth. Sorry, I gotta do this, but I got people that accusing me of being a liar. No, you can't drive no truck. Nah, fuck you. Yes, I can. I never seen one truck driver as good as I am. Not since the last 2 to 3 years. Except the only truck driver that I see that drives pretty good is just at one time when I was in Atlanta, Georgia at the Target store. When I was sitting there doing my 34 reset, I did see a Pepsi driver backing into the loading dock. He handled that bitch like a car. He was just spinning around and playing with the steering wheel. He just flexed his shit and he done. He done within less than seconds. That's one good truck driver for sure. This may not be a daycare, but shut the hell up anyways. I can handle this bitch like a daycare. Please don't talk so much shit. I ain't trying to show off or brag. I'm telling you that I'm for real. I've been showing it. I've had certain people that saw what I was doing. They'd be getting all shell-shocked and blown away. I said, boy, they said, how many years you got behind the belt? 20 years don't have nothing to do with it. It's just me. I'm different. And I said to myself when I was over there dropping the trailer for that yard jockey to get in that driveway, I said, boy, I better keep my copious talents intact because you know what? These days are not getting any better. This is dark times here. This is dark ass times. They have savage bitches all over the place, and especially New Jersey, I think they got a lot of racist people up here. I don't know if it's racist, but they got the worst, they got the baddest, meanest car drivers compared to North Carolina. It's like North Carolina, you see the worst, all right, but it dies down most of the time, half of the time, and then it comes back real strong. But when you come to New Jersey, it seems like there's no rest in certain places. Delaware, yes, they got the boldest psychopaths out there. They ain't afraid to pull bold moves with a car, you know. They'll bust you wide open. And they don't care if you're a truck. They're not afraid of it. They ain't afraid of trucks. They'll play chicken with trucks. I had that done to me already. I can hang 10 with a car pretty good with this. But I don't feel like fucking my truck up for nobody, man. It's like, if you feel like you want to race me and I turn this bitch up to 85 miles an hour or what, I turn the governor up, I'm not gonna, If I feel I could go 85, I'll do it. I had a taste of it already. This governor got set back to 65 anyway. It was at 70, but I set it back to 65. Van Buren, shut the fuck up. I'm not talking to you. I know you're not talking to me right now, but I'm just saying it ahead of time because I know your attitude. You like talking so much. Sorry about the interruption. Let me get back again and say what I was saying. Like, I wouldn't dare turn it up to 85 now, but I'll be reasonable with myself. But the thing is, yeah, Freightliner put it back at 66. It's back at 66 and 63 right now. And that miserable Ecos is on. It's back on. But it seemed like I handled it pretty good. 66, 63 wasn't so bad, but I think I better set it back to 70. I know a lot of loudmouth bitches want to talk so much now, but I ain't gonna say nothing. All I gotta say, man, My life ain't easy. If I gotta complain about something, then I'll let it out. Yeah, Freightliner dropped it back to 66 and 65, and the Ecos is back on. Except Freightliner did not agree with the Transtech. They said that eSmart had they had a problem with eSmart or something. So Western Express over here, they're telling me that the Transtech is on there for a reason and that. Nah, I didn't take him. I didn't really accept it. So I already know the Transtech was messing with the computer and the lights and all that. So I disabled it and I turned up the parameters way up to 79 so it doesn't slow me down in them speed zones. And when this truck went in the shop because of the def pump defect, that's when Freightliner also, they not only took sides with me by accident, they complained about it. So now Western Express changed their mind and they decided to agree with Freightliner. And not only that, it's already in my favor because I already disabled the damn thing anyways. I already took the Ecos out, but I didn't remove, I put the Transtech out of commission long before that. And Freightliner insisted not to connect it anyways. They even removed the cell phone far away from the Transtech. So it's like me and Freightliner kind of beat Western Express at the game, only on that issue. But concerning the tires, Western Express ignored me on that one. Now they have to go listen to Freightliner to change the tires, all the back tires, and now they did. You see, I'm the one driving the truck. When I said to Loves, if they could knock out all the back tires, they look worn, that's when they got to go through Western Express, and that's when Western Express said that they don't see nothing wrong with it. Now Freightliner saw something wrong with it because Western Express asked Freightliner to do a DOT inspection. So this means it seemed like, I don't know, Western Express choose to ignore drivers or me when I'm telling the truth. And then when Freightliner says the truth or Loves, that's when they listen to him. That's another extra reason why I did want to quit this job. Oh yeah, speaking of quitting this job, before this video is over, let me tell you a couple of reasons, or maybe one or two reasons why I want to quit this job. Let me tell you what I'm going to do when I take this truck, if I get the chance to buy this truck. Within 6 months, when I get qualified for that loan, when I get qualified for that extra credit card besides the one I have and that loan, and I'm going to compare, let me start over again. I'm going too fast. When I compare my savings account, that additional, my first loan or whatever, that loan and that additional credit card, whichever one comes first, however it goes, I'm going to combine it all, take this truck away, pay it off or whatever. And I'm thinking of quitting on the spot. I know y'all heard me saying one time, if they get their attitude together, then I'll stay with them. Well, they already convinced me. I'm not only convinced, I changed my mind already. So I'm going to take the truck first before I quit this job. And I'm definitely going to quit probably in the same day if I have money stashed over, like if I got leftovers in the bank after I clear up most of it to buy this truck. If I got a few thousand or whatever, if I see what the couple of thousands look like and I feel comfortable, I'll take a chance and just snap my fingers and I'll quit them right in the same day as soon as I pay for this truck. Or I might stick it out for like another 2 weeks, maybe 1 month, and that's it. Just so I could, put some money in my pocket. Because, all of this stuff right here is killing me. I'm dying to get away from this job. The excess nonsense they got, the attitude, the slimy attitude they got. I'm not saying that they're real bad people. The ones I just ran into in Nashville just now when I got this tablet replaced, they weren't so bad at that time. But when you dive up in there at a certain moment, the real badass ones, the real cocky, strict, ugly, dangerous, stuck up, whatever it is, the idiots, they usually take over at a certain time. And that's when I'm having it bad. But the thing is, somewhere in the background, I don't trust them. I don't like them. Some of them are pretty alright, but I don't want to talk so much. It's just that I'm thinking, I'm here fantasizing and imagine ahead of time that I'm gonna be sitting in that hotel in Georgia, and I'm gonna be job hunting on my computer. I'm not going owner operator for the first time. I've never been owner operator. I'm going what you call it? I'm going own authority, and that's what I told Mr. Daniel in what you call it? In Western Express. He showed up. He popped up in my face by accident, and he over there asking me if I'm gonna become a trainer. I said nah. I'm not even gonna become owner operator after I buy this truck for the first time. I'm going straight. I'm gonna skip owner operator and go to owner authority first. Owner operator won't be my first time experience. Owner authority will be. And after that, that's it. I don't know what else to say. That's it. Own authority comes next after I buy this truck. Not own authority. I hope you remember that. Because I'm already convinced, terrorized. I'm going through hell. I'm going, I'm making a detour. All right, it's gonna expire. This video is gonna expire pretty fast. I ain't gonna last. All right, let me go ahead and cut it for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and add the next segment. It's gonna be kind of short.